Hey guys, welcome to Let's Study Accountancy. We all have studied about final accounts in our previous years, in which we are given trial balance and few adjustments, from which we are asked to prepare trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet. Earlier, we have studied about final accounts of proprietary concern and partnership final accounts. In today's session, we will start with a fresh chapter, that is final accounts of manufacturing concerns, in which we will be understanding particularly about the formats of manufacturing account with the help of an example. So watch the video till the end. If you like our videos, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. And yes, hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. Also get the privilege to become our Prime member and get the access to all our amazing perks on your fingertips by just clicking the join button. So now, let's begin with the session. There are two types of entities. The first is a manufacturer and second is a trader or dealer. The manufacturer produces goods and sells them, whereas a trader is only engaged in the purchase or sale of goods at profit without changing the form of goods, either to another dealer or directly the end user. Let us understand precisely about the manufacturing process and the accounting with the help of an example. Mr. David is a manufacturer of a wooden sofa set, and Mr. Jaden is the owner of a showroom where he purchases and sells furniture. So basically, Mr. David is a manufacturer and Mr. Jaden is a trader or dealer. Now we will see Mr. David's production process, expenses incurred on production, and finally the accounting of all of them. Now to begin with, David will need wood, which is nothing but raw material, along with foam, spring, cushion, etc. to make the sofa. But he already has some wood worth 3,000 as opening raw material. During the year, he manufactures many other sofa sets for which he will require more wood and many other raw material for which he paid 6,000 as raw material purchased. He transported all of them by tempo and paid 1,000, which was nothing but carriage in wood. With all the materials, the laborers began with their work. Now while making the sofa, he had to pay some designing expenses of 2,000. He already had some tools and machineries with him for manufacturing sofas, but for some special order he had to hire a special machine worth 5,000. Laborers were getting their wages, which summed up to 7,000. Even though the workers were working every day, without electricity, how could the machines work? So Mr. David paid 2,000 for electricity of factory. Since the factory was on rent, he also paid factory rent worth 4,000. Once in a week, the machines were kept closed for his maintenance and the charges were paid as 1,000. Mr. David had appointed Mr. Harry as a supervisor to inspect the production process and was paid 9,000. Mr. David used to charge 2,000 as depreciation on factory assets. Also during the year, some small pieces of wood, broken foam and torn pieces of cushion were sold as scrap for 1,000. By the end of the production, there was some material which will be used further in the process of conversion into finished goods, that is sofa. This incomplete process is known as work in progress. In the factory of Mr. David, there was stock of work in progress at the end of the year worth 6,000. Similarly, assuming that there was some opening stock of work in progress worth 4,000. Also, there was some closing stock of raw material worth 1,000. So this is the entire process of manufacturing of a sofa set. The process, cost, expenses may differ for different types of manufacturing companies. Generally, manufacturing entities prepare a separate manufacturing account in addition to trading account, profit and loss account and balance sheet as a part of final accounts, which consist of all factory related transactions. Now let us have a look at the format of manufacturing account. Manufacturing account mainly deals with raw material, direct expenses and work in progress. The opening stock of work in progress is shown as the first item on the debit side of manufacturing account. Work in progress means the raw material which is not yet fully converted into finished goods. The value of work in progress is made up of cost of raw material and manufacturing expenses incurred during the process. Next is the consumption of raw material, which is also known as direct materials. Now let's see how it is bifurcated. Opening stock of raw material, to which we add purchases of raw material and direct purchase expenses. And now to this we will deduct purchase return of raw material and closing stock of raw material. Now you must be wondering why we deducted closing stock of raw material here. That's because we wanted to know the exact raw material used. Now going back to direct purchase expenses. Direct purchase expenses are expenses incurred in connection with purchase of raw materials. Goods may be purchased locally or imported from other countries. Local purchases involves expenses of carriage inward, freight inward, octroi duty, coolie and cartage, etc. Import involves expenses of dock dues, custom duties, insurance, etc. Next is carriage inward. What does carriage inward basically mean? See, carriage inward is the expense for transporting goods. These are also known as freight, cartage, coolie, etc. Octroi duty. Octroi duty means the taxes paid to the municipality on goods brought within the municipal area from outside. Moving on to dock dues and custom duties. Dock dues means the expenses of unloading the goods in a port, whereas custom duties means the taxes paid to the government on goods imported from other countries. It is also known as import duties. Then we have direct wages, which includes the wages paid to the workers directly engaged in production, also known as direct or productive wages or direct labor cost. Now moving on to direct manufacturing expenses. These include the expenses directly related to manufacture, such as royalty, hire charges of special machinery, designing expenses, etc. Direct factory expenses are the expenses which incur at the factory, such as stores, oil, grease, salary to supervisor, power and fuel, repair and maintenance of factory building and machinery, depreciation on factory assets such as factory building and machinery, rent, rates and taxes, insurance, lighting to factory building, and so on. While moving on to the credit side, again we have the first item of work in progress as closing stock of work in progress, followed by sale of scrap, which is nothing but an income for the manufacturer. Now after adding all the items on the debit side and deducting the credit totals from them, we get a balancing figure which is nothing but the cost of production. That is cost of producing finished goods. But in this case it is cost of producing the sofa set. And it is written as by trading account. And this amount will be finally transferred to the trading account where we record sale of goods and find out the gross profit. As we have seen the manufacturing account, from the given example, let us take one item at a time and post them in the same way to find the cost of production of Mr. David. As per the list, opening stock of work in progress was 4,000 and opening stock for raw material was 3,000. Then we have purchase of raw material worth 6,000. Purchase expenses, that is carriage inward, worth 1,000. Designing expenses 2,000. Hire of special machines 5,000. Wages of labourers 7,000. Closing stock of raw material 1,000. Power and fuel expenses 2,000. Factory rent 4,000. Factory maintenance 1,000. Factory supervisor wages 9,000. Depreciation on factory asset 2,000. Moving on to the credit side, we have closing stock of work in progress 6,000 and sale of scrap 1,000. So now comes the totaling time. By adding or deducting all the items on the debit side, we get the total amount of 45,000, which is undoubtedly higher than the total of credit side, that is 7,000. The balancing figure is 38,000, which is written on the credit side as by trading account, which is nothing but the cost of production for Mr. David, and this amount will be further transferred to trading account. We shall end today's session here itself, where we saw the format of manufacturing account and understood it with the help of an example, as well as found out the cost of production for manufacturing a sofa set in the books of Mr. David. In the next session, we will study about the formats of trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet. We hope you liked this session and helped in strengthening your basics so that you don't make any mistakes related to them. If you still have any doubts, feel free to ask us in the comment section. We are always there to help you. For more such videos, do subscribe to our channel Let's Tute Accountancy and hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. We also provide online courses on our website www.letstute.com at very affordable prices. Thank you. See you soon in our next session. Until then, keep watching, keep learning.